So let's continue with a Linux basic commands. So here we learned about a uptime. We got this information about your current time, your last login time, days, and user, current user, how many users are logging, and load average past 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. So it will, what does mean? What does mean these? Actually, it's a meaning of your CPU related process, how CPU is handling the process, and how much it taking a load. And if it is a waiting for your hard disk drive, so that's also it is calculating each and everything. And after that, we learned about a who. So who will show us a here a user information and your terminal, which terminal it's using, and here when it's login, and it is your public IP. Public IP, it's a public, it never show it's your public IP. In mine, in right now I have access my public IP. That was the reason it's give us a public. It will give your private IP as well. Also, if you are accessing your private IP will show us here. Right now I'm accessing public IP. That was the reason it's giving us a public IP. And if you want to check your public IP, just search on a Google, and just you can search what is my IP address here. You will find out your public IP here. Even you can check in your mobile as well also. Okay, what's my IP address? So you can find out these things. Okay, so this is my public IP. So if you want to see how many, if you want to see with the last command, use a last command. Here you will get users, and when someone have accessed this user with this public IP, so it will show us a different data here. You can see, and in last command you will get a, when your system has been rebooted last time, and when your system goes to shutdown, and here you will get here. So if I want to, I will let you know the grep command later, but just for I want to show you some output. That was the reason I'm using here. And shutdown. So what is not here, and any crash, I think crash information is not here. No information. Okay, so here last reboot, the information is here, and I think I did not make shutdown. So here, and last reboot is still running here. It's showing here. And if you want to see the same information with a who-b, so it will give us a date when our system was last rebooted, and who -help. So short print only name, line, and time. Okay, so if you can these arguments. Okay, so the time of last system boot if you want to check. So we can use this command here, or either you can use a last command as well, last reboot. So where all this information has been stored, actually, these information is storing in the backend. So it is a one more interview question. So people will ask you last commands, you will get a last reboot, but where this data is saved in a backend file, where is the backend file? So backend file is a var log wtemp. So it is a very important question in an interview. Please make a note also. So this is an important question. Again, with the basic commands, they will ask this question. So you are executing a last command, where is data stored? In a backend file, let me know the location. So they will ask you the location of this command. So here, if you want, I can't do cat here. If I did it, it will make a zigzag here. So let me try. So it's not a readable. So if you want to read here, so use a strings command, and now try to read here. So now you can see your same data is your data is there. It's not a readable format, but you can see with the strings, even with a strings is a help to, suppose if I'm using a bitch command and df, and if you cat we can't do here, and it will not give you the proper output. Just you want to see the strings, so just use, and let me use a head here so you can see the strings here. So it's using here a library files here. So with the last commands we can do here. Okay, help. So these are some arguments. If you want, you can use here. So these are the information is provided here with the last commands here. So you can see root user and shut down, or if it is a crashed, you will get here crash. Here it will show us a crash. Here it will show us some kernel version. So it will show us a crash here. And wtemp begins here. So now you can see wtemp here.